Hey guys, David C, Coach C, and this is an important one. This is probably the most important one of this entire COVID-19 thing, and it's the silver lining moment. We've all had some silver lining moments, right? Some have been good, thankfully. Not everybody has been fortunate to have the time to reflect on everything, but I want to point something out to you. If you have never heard the comment, the silver lining of the situation, where did that come from? And it came really from a cloud. So if you've ever seen a cloud, right before it rains, the cloud might be dark, but if it just passes over the direction of the sun, it looks pretty cool, right? It has a very bright light around the outside of the cloud, and you say, wow, that's great. The odd part is I was walking the other day and I actually saw this silver lining thing in the sky, and it's a beautiful thing. So what it is trying to say is, well, it's getting ready to rain, that's a rain cloud, but the silver lining to the situation is it sure looks pretty around the edges, right, of the sunlight coming around the edge of the cloud. And I wanted to share this with you, and I'll have this posted underneath, but there have been plenty of silver lining moments. So what have those silver lining moments been in your life? And this is an extremely important time to hit the pause button, to really hit the pause button, and you have to do it this week because a lot of things are opening up, a lot of things are starting to fight to go back to a sense of normal, and that's fine. But you have to capture with your families, at home, and even in work with the people that you work with and you love and you respect. You have to capture what has been good on this situation and how do you accept it and move it into your life and maintain it when things go back to that ugly four-letter word, which is busy. Because we're going to get back into a state of busy and routine and this old normalcy in some sense, and it's going to really take our attention off of the quality things that have occurred, especially what I see, which is families outside, people working on their fitness, people having time to do things that they meant to do for a really long time, and they finally were forced to reflect on things, even to reflect on their faith and things like that. So this is the accept or reject document, right? And so I tell my kids especially all the time, if someone says something about you and you don't like what they said, did you accept it or did you reject it? Because that's a choice, and be clear, that is certainly a choice. So for example, I sat my kids down, we went through this as a family with my wife, and we said, what are some amazing things that have occurred in this whole situation? We've been doing some family workouts together. That's been a really fun thing to do, right? We've been cooking together. We literally had kids that could care less about cooking, now prepping meals and helping in the kitchen. We've been able to have times of cooking big breakfasts together on certain days and doing little things like that, right? So we've written it all down, and we're going to fight to protect those moments. My big thing I've constantly been saying for years is, hey, everybody hit the pause button on Sunday. Make that a family day. And for me, it's about worship, but it's also about family. We don't need 1,000 sports on Sunday. That's my personal opinion. I've always felt that way. We don't need to go to 1,000 things that take us away from each other on Sunday. That's just a simple example. That may not be something I can control, right? Because we're on teams and doing certain things. But if I can control it, why wouldn't I want to try to control it? Because that is the silver lining in all of this. And if you don't put this down and really spend some time of intention to protect the silver lining moments, unfortunately, you're just going to go back to busy. So if you're a family, who does the responsibility fall on? Whose shoulders? Let's be clear. It's going to fall on the mother and the father. The mother, if you're a single parent household with the mom, or the father, if you're a single parent household with the father. One of the parents has to initiate this activity for families. You have to. And I've given you the guide. It's so easy. You just print it and work your family through it. And it doesn't matter if they think it's annoying. You're the one that's responsible for capturing all this and making it real. If you're running a corporation, right? I've got the how to build a family culture, how to build a corporate culture. If you're the one that's leading people in your job and your profession in something you're passionate about, whether you're an entrepreneur, same thing. Take your teams through this exercise and say, guys, what has been the silver lining moment? The more you invest in people, the more you invest in the people that are going to cry at your funeral. A great friend of mine, Dan Mortimer, gave me that quote, and it just struck me. Invest your life in the people that are going to cry at your funeral. And that's going to be some people at home, that's going to be some people at work. It's not about being morbid, it's about having clarity and having focus. And busy is the enemy of great, and this tool is going to really help you get the silver lining in this whole experience. Have a great day. Later.